Hello, everyone. Welcome to Let's Master English Together. I am so happy you are here with us today. My name is Brandy.
And my name is Jason. Welcome. We are so glad you are joining us for this episode. This is the place where we learn English together, slowly, simply, and in a very friendly way.
That is right, Jason. And today we have a very special and beautiful topic. Today, we are going to talk about how to use correct English when you talk about your dreams and your goals. This is something that every person in the world can relate to, no matter where you are from.
Absolutely. Everyone has dreams. Everyone has goals. And today we are going to give you all the words and expressions you need to talk about them in English, clearly, confidently, and naturally. So relax, listen carefully, and learn with us.
Before we get started, a huge thank you for being here with us today. If you are enjoying this podcast and it is helping your English, please click the like button right now. And please share this episode with a friend or family member who is also learning English. Also, subscribe to our channel, Let's Master English Together, so you are always the first to know when we release new episodes. We would love to have you in our community.
Okay, now let's dive into today's topic. Brandy, let's start from the very beginning. What are dreams?
Great question, Jason. So, when we talk about dreams in English today, we are not talking about the dreams you have when you sleep at night. We are talking about something different. A dream, in this context, is a big wish. It is a beautiful vision for your future. It is something you really hope will happen one day, something that makes you feel excited and inspired when you think about it.
Right. So a dream is like a big, bright picture in your mind of what you want your life to look like. It gives you hope. It gives you direction. It makes you want to keep going even when things are difficult.
Exactly. And there are many different types of dreams. For example, there are career dreams. These are dreams about your job or your profession. Maybe you dream of becoming a nurse or a teacher or an engineer or an entrepreneur. Something you want to do as your work.
And then there are personal dreams. Dreams about who you want to become as a person, like becoming more confident or more patient or more kind. These are about growing on the inside.
Yes, and there are travel dreams. Maybe you dream of visiting a beautiful country like Italy or Japan or Brazil. And there are relationship dreams. Maybe you dream of having a loving family or making wonderful lifelong friendships. Dreams come in so many forms.
That is so true. So now let's look at some example sentences you can use when talking about your dreams in English. Listen carefully. You can say, "My dream is to become a doctor," or "I dream of living by the ocean."
Right, and you could also say, "One day I'd love to open my own restaurant," or "I have always dreamed of writing a book." These sentences sound very natural and warm. They express your dream in a gentle, hopeful way. A goal is something more specific and practical. It is something you decide to do and you make a plan to actually do it. A goal has clear steps and a clear direction. It is more focused and more concrete than a dream.
Exactly. And just like dreams, there are different types of goals. First, we have short-term goals. These are goals you want to complete soon, maybe in a few days, a few weeks, or a few months. For example, my goal is to finish reading this book by the end of the week.
Yes, and then there are long-term goals, things you work on over a longer period of time, maybe over 1 year or 5 years or even more. Like, my long-term goal is to become fluent in English. That takes time and daily practice, but every day you work toward it.
Right. And we also have personal goals and professional goals. Personal goals are about your private life, maybe your health, your habits, your character, and professional goals are about your career and your work. For example, my professional goal is to get promoted this year.
Great examples. So here are some expressions you can use when talking about your goals. Listen and say them along with us if you can. You can say, "My goal is to save enough money to travel next year." Or, "I am working towards getting my university degree." Or, "I plan to exercise every morning." Or, "I aim to improve my English a little bit every single day." Now, Jason, let's talk about the difference between dreams and goals, because understanding this difference is very helpful.
Yes, I love this part. So here's a simple way to think about it. A dream is the destination, the big, beautiful place you want to reach one day. And the goal is the road, the specific path and steps you take to get there.
I love that way of explaining it. The dream is the destination, the goal is the road. Let me give a real example. Let's say your dream is to become a famous singer. That is your big, inspiring vision.
Yes. And so your goals, your specific steps might be to practice singing for 30 minutes every single day, to take voice lessons from a teacher, and to record your very first song this year. Those are your goals. They are the actions that move you closer to your dream.
Exactly. You need both. You need the dream to inspire you and give you hope, and you need the goals to guide you and keep you moving forward. Together, they are a very powerful combination.
Well said. Okay, now let's go through some key vocabulary words. These are very important words that you will use when talking about dreams and goals. We will go through each one slowly with an example sentence. Are you ready?
Ready. Let's go. The first word is aspire. To aspire means to have a strong desire to achieve something great. Example, I aspire to become a great leader in my community. This word sounds very strong and confident.
Great. The next word is wish. To wish is to want something, often something you hope for but are not completely sure will happen. Example, I wish I could travel around the world. It has a gentle, hopeful feeling.
And then hope. To hope means to want something good to happen in the future. Example, I hope to find a job that I truly love. Hope is a warm and positive word. We use it a lot in English.
Aim. To aim means to direct your effort toward a specific target. Example, I aim to finish this project by Friday. It sounds focused and determined.
And plan. To plan means you have already decided what you will do and how you will do it. Example, I plan to start learning a new skill next month. This shows clear intention and preparation.
Achieve. To achieve means to successfully reach something you were working toward. Example, she worked very hard and achieved her dream of becoming a nurse. This is such a powerful and positive word.
Yes, and pursue. To pursue means to go after something actively and with dedication. Example, he is pursuing his dream of becoming an artist. It means you are not just wishing, you are actually working on it every day.
And accomplish. To accomplish means to complete something successfully. Example, I want to accomplish my goal of running a half marathon this year. It is similar to achieve, but it focuses more on completing a specific task.
Then reach. To reach means to arrive at your goal, to get there. Example, with patience and hard work, she finally reached her goal. And our last word, fulfill. To fulfill means to make something real and complete, especially a dream. Example, he fulfilled his lifelong dream of visiting the Great Wall of China. That word fulfill has such a beautiful and complete feeling to it.
It really does. Okay, now let's go through all the key expressions for talking about dreams and goals. These are full phrases, sentences you can use in real conversations. Let's go through each one with an example. Listen carefully.
Okay, first, I dream of. For example, I dream of living in a peaceful place by the sea. Simple and beautiful. This expression shows your heart's deep desire.
Mm-hmm. Next, my dream is to, for example, my dream is to become a doctor and help people in my community. This one is very clear, direct, and confident.
Then, I hope to one day. For example, I hope to one day travel to every continent on Earth. This expression feels very warm and hopeful. It shows you believe it is possible, even if it takes a long time.
Right. And I aspire to, for example, I aspire to be a positive influence in the lives of others. This sounds very professional and mature. It is a great expression for formal and informal situations.
Mm-hmm. And my goal is to, for example, my goal is to save $3,000 by the end of this year. Very specific, very practical. This expression shows you have a clear plan.
I'm working towards, for example, I'm working towards getting my master's degree. This shows that you will already take an action. You are already on the road. I like this one a lot.
Me too. Then I aim to, for example, I aim to learn 5 new English words every week. And I plan to, for example, I plan to start my own small business next year. Both of these expressions show focus and intention.
And I want to achieve, for example, I want to achieve a good balance between my work and my personal life. And I'm determined to, for example, I'm determined to speak English fluently. Oh, I love that one. I am determined. Shows such strong commitment and willpower.
Yes, and our final expression in this group, one day I'd love to, for example, one day I'd love to write a children's book in English. That expression has such a gentle and joyful quality. It makes the listener feel the warmth behind your dream. Now, Jason, let's talk about something very real and very important. Sometimes our dreams and goals change over time, and that is completely okay. So, how do we talk about that in English?
Yes, this is such an important topic. Life changes. We grow older, we learn new things about ourselves, we discover new passions, and it is perfectly natural for our dreams and goals to change and evolve along the way.
Absolutely. So, here are some useful expressions for when your dreams or goals have changed. First, I used to dream of, but now I. For example, I used to dream of becoming a lawyer, but now I want to be a teacher. That sentence shows how you have grown and how your thinking has changed.
Mm-hmm. And my priorities have changed. This means the things that are most important to you are different now. For example, my priorities have changed since I became a parent. Now my family comes first. Very honest and very relatable.
Yes, and I've realized that, for example, I've realized that what I truly want is to live a simple and happy life. This expression shows self-awareness and wisdom. It shows you have been thinking deeply about your life.
Right. And I've shifted my focus to, for example, I've shifted my focus to my health and well being. This shows a conscious, deliberate change of direction. And finally, over time, I've come to value, for example, over time, I've come to value peace and strong relationships more than money or status. That expression shows maturity and growth.
So true. Okay, we have one more important topic in our main conversation, and it is a really exciting one. How do you talk about actually reaching and achieving your dreams and goals? Because that day does come, and we need the right words to celebrate it.
Yes, so here are your expressions for when you are on your way and when you arrive. First, while you are still working toward your goal, you can say, I'm getting closer to my goal, or I'm making progress. These are wonderful expressions to use when things are moving in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. And one of my favorites, step by step, I'm reaching my dream. Ugh, I love this one so much. It reminds you that you do not have to do everything at once. Every single small step matters. Every day of effort counts.
And then when you finally get there, when you achieve your goal, you can say, I've achieved my goal of, for example, I've achieved my goal of passing my English exam. What a great feeling that is.
Yes, and I finally fulfilled my dream of, for example, I finally fulfilled my dream of visiting Japan. Can you feel the joy in that sentence? The word finally makes it even more powerful. It shows how long you waited and how hard you worked.
Before we say goodbye, I want to share some important advice. Please try not to only say, I want, every time you talk about your dreams and goals. I want is correct, but if it is the only expression you use, your English can sound flat and repetitive. Instead, mix it up. Say, I aspire to, I'm determined to, my dream is to, one day I'd love to. Your English will sound so much richer and more natural.
Yes, and my advice is to practice these expressions in your daily life. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Use these words and phrases when you talk to your friends, when you write messages, when you speak to yourself. Every time you use a new expression, your brain gets stronger.
Now we have a special exercise for you. We want you to go to the comments section right now and write about your own dreams and goals using the expressions you learned today. You can write something like, my dream is to, or I'm working towards, or one day I'd love to, or I aspire to. Any of those expressions work.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please click the like button. It only takes 1 second and it helps so many more people find this podcast. And please subscribe to Let's Master English Together so you are always the very first to know when we release a new episode. We have so many wonderful topics coming your way.
And please share this episode with your friends and your family, with anyone you know who is learning English. The more people who join our community, the stronger and more beautiful it becomes. Learning together is always more fun than learning alone.
Okay, friends, it is time to say goodbye for today. But remember, we will be back very, very soon with another episode of Let's Master English Together. We always have something new and exciting prepared just for you.
Until then, keep dreaming big. Keep setting goals. Keep taking small steps every single day. And most importantly, keep practicing your English. You are more capable than you think, and every day you are getting better. I am Jason. Thank you so much for being here.
And I am Brandy. We are so grateful for each and every one of you. Never give up on your dreams. Never stop learning. And remember, step by step, you are reaching something wonderful. We will see you in the next episode of Let's Master English Together. Goodbye, everyone. Take care.
Goodbye. See you soon.